Warning, this video contains aggressively positive messaging about men. Some people will definitely be offended.
I have gained weight. I'm 34 years old. I'm not 25 anymore. And a guy that I dated when I was 25 just came back into my life, and he's in the best fucking shape of his life.
Goggle, goggle.
Older guys, 100%.
Older guys.
Older guys.
Mature men are definitely better, 100%.
They know what they want in life, you know?
Because they're more intelligent, they've got more money, which means they won't ask you for anything, more interesting, often better looking.
I'm 31, and I have wrinkles on my forehead, saggy titties, and jowls. And he gets new gray hairs in his beard and his mustache, and he's never looked sexier, ever.
Jealousy because my ex is really out there working it.
This is like so bad saying this. We're talking like 35, 40, like up.
And today we're going to be talking all about why younger women like older men. So
younger women think of older men as more confident, assertive, and masculine than guys their age. And that's incredibly sexy to a woman.
The builders still are on the scaffolding looking over, but I am invisible to them.
So, if you watched my previous video with the very fitting name I Got Cancelled, then you know that I'm currently being censored by YouTube for simply asking basic questions about modern feminism, or as YouTube likes to call it, and I get hit with a fucking hate speech. Are you kidding me, YouTube? Yeah, that happened. So anyways, if I'm not allowed to be critical on the platform, then let's be positive on the platform and talk about why men are so amazing. Since pretty much anywhere else, all they talk about is how terrible men are.
As a heterosexual female, I think we could all agree that the #1 reason we are not dating is men.
And not accept the misogynistic treatment that men have been doing for centuries.
According to this article in the New York Times, it says that men are becoming obsolete.
Hooking up with men or being intimate with men who don't respect us at all and actually actively dislike us or actively are using us.
By the way, if you're also fed up with all of this man bashing on the mainstream and social media, then please drop a like on the video to show that men are fucking awesome, okay? Because at some point, you do have to take responsibility for the god-awful selection process that you are utilizing. I mean, you wouldn't keep buying the same shitty banana from the same shitty store now, would you? No, you would go to a different store or just pick a different piece of fruit. But somehow, when it comes to the world of dating, it's always the banana's fault when things end in a disaster. But I digress. Because what I would like to focus on today is the so-called unfair double standard in dating, that men age like fine wine and that women are no longer valued as they get older, or that after a certain age they become invisible to men.
And I also get that back sometimes, that women are starting to feel invisible at that age. What does it come down to?
Oh God, dating is a freaking disaster. It's not a place you actually want to be in your 50s. They all go for the younger women. So my dating puddle, even though I think I'm pretty smart and I'm not bad looking, and I am as invisible to I'd say 70% of the men as any woman who's 56.
You know, like I'm single now, and I'm 54 this year, and then you think, well, who is going to be interested in me when they can get a 30-year-old?
Now, the invisibility argument pretty much only happens to women who derive their entire self-worth or careers on their looks and nothing else, and if that is the case, then just like with an athlete who turns 30, you will lose market value fast as you get older.
I know LeBron thinks he can, but he can't. His body is not equipped to take the rigors.
Person to blame? It's Tom Brady. Ain't gonna get it done because the old man is an old man.
Ronaldo is too old to press/defend.
You know what? It's really freaking hard to be a woman because we really get dismissed from the table.
Tom Brady's just about done. It could be his next game he plays, it could be a year from now, but he is going to fall off a cliff.
But somehow, when this happens to a female model or actress, it is all of a sudden sexist and it's a double standard. Which brings us to the real reason why men age like fine wine, since this has everything to do with what men and women are looking for in a long-term partner.
What do I look for? Intelligence, wit.
You've got a shopping list.
I've got a shopping list.
Her personality, and of course that ass. I look for for looks, for beauty, personality.
Pretty boys. I was going to say money as well, but that is something that I don't really want to go on YouTube. Someone with a good job, or at least like maybe educated, but knowledge,
intelligence,
brain, experience.
Ideal girl, she obviously has to be on point, like look-wise, and then her personality.
When you listen carefully to what men and women truly want in a long-term partner, you notice that not only are these two wildly different, but more importantly, these qualities are also achieved at very different stages in life. Most of the things that women find attractive in men simply come with age and experience, sometimes taking years to develop.
Okay, so number one on my list is they know what they want. So a guy that has been through more, he's gone through a couple jobs, he is a little bit older, he's more established in life, is probably gonna know what he wants a lot more than someone younger who's just kind of getting into the swing of things and figuring things out.
Let's take a look at physical attractiveness, for instance.
I always go for tall, dark rugby players, basically.
Older because they're taller.
I think the tall thing's a big thing for girls, because for me, I like to feel like I'm petite. Yeah.
Most women favor tall, athletic men with strong facial features, which naturally comes with time, age, and a dedication to sportive activities. For most men, this starts to take effect in their early 20s and can peak all the way up into their mid-30s or even early 40s. Now, when it comes to intellect, most women like a smart, witty guy who's charming and has a great way with words. This can only come from experience and education, which again can only be developed over longer periods of time.
The guys do age well, attractively, like physically, aesthetically, but also just the way they carry themselves. They're not there to answer to anyone else.
A 17-year-old might look great, but he's probably lacking the charm necessary to really impress a woman, while a more experienced 25-year-old is probably better at saying the right things and carrying himself in a very attractive way.
Confidence is huge. No girl likes guys that are not confident.
So with age simply comes more experience and skill, and these two together bring a level of confidence which in itself is also considered very sexy. So this all brings us to the most important quality that women are looking for in a long-term partner, and it explains even better why women like older men, and thus why men age like fine wine, and that is future prospects. This includes a wide range of qualities such as your level of success, like your job, your house, your car, etc. Basically, having your shit together.
The vision for long-term money is such a turn-on for me, and I'm sure a lot of girls.
They're more responsible.
I think if they put themselves sorted out, then they're more likely to understand how to treat a woman. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you could sort yourself out, then you can worry about someone else afterwards.
Okay. I understand. We judge if you live with your mama.
I feel like the man not living at home would be more attractive to me.
Now, just as with the qualities and skills that we discussed earlier, this is again not something you will find in a hot 19-year-old who's in his second year in college. As a matter of fact, it's probably not even something that you'll find in a mid-20-year-old, since most of these qualities really start to take effect for men in their early 30s.
If you can balance things out and you're saving money and you're responsible for your money, I think that's more attractive.
I mean, just think about it. Best case scenario, you go to university at 18 and do a 3-year bachelor and a 1-year master, right? That's a minimum of 4 years if you don't get totally fucked up along the way. Or worse, you choose something like medical school and end up with even more debt and extra years of residency before you can actually start to earn some real money. Now, best case scenario, you are a handsome, tall, broke 22-year-old college grad, heavily in debt and working his first corporate job. So here come the future prospect questions. Are you ready to stop partying now? Probably not. Do you want to get married? No. Do you want to buy a house and a nice car? Yes, but you can't afford it. So more than likely, for the next 5 years, this 22-year-old man probably wants to work his way up the corporate ladder first, pay off some debt, save up some money, and slowly start to settle down. This puts him in his late 20s, early 30s for his peak attractiveness to most women. Now, when you run this example with a non-college grad, you could argue that he's already working at 18, so he probably wants to get married and buy a house at 24, and yes, that is true. However, here comes a nice little twist called modern feminism, and modern feminism will tell most women that that guy is not good enough since 1, he's not a college-educated guy, and 2, he's not making enough money since he needs to be making 6-figure salaries or more, which is absolutely insane.
How much money do you think a guy should make per year?
Depends where they live. I mean, if I'm like dating them, it'd be nice if they were at least making 100,000.
Like $1 million, $2 million?
100, like 500 grand? Is that a lot?
Someone that you would consider wanting to be with the rest of your life.
300K.
A 40-year-old, in-shape, college-educated guy who's ready to get married and have kids while owning one or maybe even multiple houses and making a decent salary is easily able to date a hot 24 or 28-year-old. So clearly, an older man is much more attractive to most women than a 21 or 22-year-old. However, when we look at what men want in a relationship, things change quite a bit, and the desirable age range changes a lot.
My ideal girl? Yeah. Someone smart, someone funny, yeah, someone pretty.
Really, her being nice and taking care of me.
What women think matter to men actually don't. We don't care about your money. We don't care that you're independent. We don't care you are a quote-unquote boss bitch. Like, no one cares about any of that.
Loyalty. I would need my woman to be my friend because I don't just want to be with someone that I don't get along with.
As long as you're mellow and you're chill, I like a girl that doesn't fuck with nobody. I don't want no girl that has a bunch of thought-ass friends. I don't want none of that shit.
What about the height? Height? Yeah. That doesn't bother me really.
So you see, most men do not care about how successful a woman is. Next to obviously being attracted to her physically, all that most guys really want is simply a nice, caring girl that you actually enjoy being around and that you are proud to call your girlfriend or the mother of your kids. Clearly, every single woman can obtain these qualities very easily and at a young age. I'm talking about after they turn 18. Can't emphasize that part enough. Now, being nice and caring doesn't take years to develop, which means that women in their early 20s already have all of the desirable qualities that men like. Everything that women find attractive in men usually takes time to develop and acquire, whereas everything that men really find attractive in women are already present in their early 20s. So clearly, when you put all of these things together, most men won't hit their peak until they get in that late 20s, early 30 range, and after that, if they manage their finances right by investing or climbing the corporate ladder, they will simply build more and more assets each year. Which means that if they also maintain their physique to a certain degree, these guys will be highly desirable in their mid to late 30s, all the way up to their early 50s, since they will have all the qualities that most women are looking for. This was Why Men Age Like Fine Wine. Please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos.